Hey, what's up, fellow anglers? Welcome to The Truth. I'm your host, Aaron Lesieur, and in this episode, I head up to Grass Valley to fish Bullards Bar to hunt for large spotted bass. Now, I head up there middle of January. A big cold front is ripping through the valley through there. Lots of rain had fallen, and the weather set up perfectly for that scenario of big bass feeding and a feeding frenzy, because there's lots of water that was dumped that's running through all the creeks and creating all these waterfalls that are up there at Bullards Bar. So I got a little bit of a late start up there. I had gotten up there the night before. It rained pretty much all morning up to about 11 o'clock. I was finally able to get out on the boat. It was still drizzling a little bit, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to possibly catch a giant bass out there. So got out there. My plan was to make a milk run of as many waterfalls as I could, even though I had a shortened day because of the rain. I only had about 4 or 5 hours to fish. So went out there. I want to show you guys how it went. Now, you're going to notice a little bit of changes with the show format here this time for 2018. I did let you know previously that I was going to make some changes, and this episode's not going to be as long as some of the previous ones. I crashed my drone late in the day, so that also caused my fishing day to be shortened as well, but more on that later. So stay tuned. Let's roll that intro. I'm at another one of these big waterfalls out here on the lake. I'm hoping one of these big bass decide to get up there kind of shallow and are just waiting for an easy meal to come down. It started to rain a little bit again. The rain's supposed to taper off. I got a late start today because of the rain, and now it's back. Let's see if these big ones are hiding up here. So I ended up fishing one waterfall right there by the launch ramp. Nothing going on. I got snagged up with my drop shot, and I took off from there. I went kind of up and towards the middle of the lake and more towards the north side of the lake, I guess you would call it, and found a waterfall that I've been to in the past. And it seemed to set up perfectly. It had all these rocks, water coming in. I fished all around there, Senko, drop shot, all kinds of stuff like you saw in the video. So I decided, you know what, I want to confirm these fish are there. So I got the aqua view out and I dropped the camera down just to confirm that I was on the right pattern, that these fish were moving up into these waterfalls, feeding in that running water. So check it out here. I've already got the camera up, but I've got some footage here for you as I'm going through and trying to fish to see if I can get some of these fish that I found under the water there to bite. I'm gonna give this waterfall one more shot. Saw those fish down there on the underwater camera. I know they're there. They're swimming around. They're just toying with me. Probably just looking at my bait, laughing. Watching it go right by their face and not eating it. Making me grind on this lake. They're down there though. So, see if I can't get this drop shot right in front of one or two that will eat it. I didn't really see any big ones down there, but a bunch of them swimming around down there, so we'll see. Just maybe one will decide to make a mistake. Also, that's a good confirmation to let me know that they are around these waterfalls. So I'm going to try to run around the lake here, see if I can't find maybe one or two more. There's some active fish wanting to feed and eat what I'm throwing. But so far, nada. So after I've confirmed those fish were under the water, I didn't get bit, I decided to head up towards the river to some more areas that I knew that the water was going to be coming in, that I had fished there in the past. I knew there were some areas up there that's going to be more waterfalls, more opportunities, because I figured what I needed to do is try to run as many of these waterfalls to get my bait in front of as many fish as I could, just to try to get one bite. I really just wanted to try to get my personal best spotted bass up there, something big that I can hold up in front of the camera and do a grin and grab, or grin and whatever you call that thing when you take that photo. And I ended up finding and getting on a little pot of fish up there. And if you've ever tried to film by yourself, you know that you sometimes run into problems. It's just part of the deal and the learning curve. So I get up there into the spot, start filming, catch a fish, and realize the main camera is not on. So the first couple shots here, at least I had one of my GoPros running. The audio isn't that great, but I did get some footage of the catches that I was getting when I first got there. So let's check it out. A little further up the river, let's fish around here, see if I can't get bit. I don't think there's a pattern on the waterfalls yet. I do know but I did see them at the last waterfall. They were down in that 15 to 25 foot range. I'm gonna start out a little further on this one, make our way up to where it comes in. See if I can't get a little something to nibble this. Really just looking for one bite. I need one big one. One big one. That's all I ask. Come on. There we go. There we got a bite right there. It doesn't feel very big though, but that's a bite. That's a bite. It's more bites than I've gotten all day, which is, I think that was none. This guy does not feel like a 7-pounder. Nope. This is your standard operating procedure. You don't, either you catch this size or you catch a giant. But it's a start. I got bit. There's a waterfall right there. That's like a snack size one right there. Snack size. Well, I just saw my line jump and now it's moving. I think there's a fish on there. Yep. Oh, here we go. This feels decent. Doesn't feel like a 7-pounder. Seeing as either you catch a 7 or a 1-pounder. I have no idea. Oh, it's pulling a little harder than a 1-pounder. Come on. That's bite number 2 I've gotten in here. Camera wasn't rolling on that first one except for the GoPros. Oh no, another little guy. Another little 1-pounder. It's just like the first one. Actually, he's a tad bit bigger. All right, see if I can't weed some of these fish out and see if Big Mama's in there. Where's your mommy? Show me your mommy. These little waterfall inlet areas all have lots of rocks, lay down wood, some stumps, everything a spotted bass needs to congregate over here. They got a little bit of moving water. We got some overcast skies. We got the recipe of a good area. Let's see if I can't get another bite here. Looking for something bigger. Come on. Whew, I thought there was a fish on there. Oh, there was one. My line just kept going. I could not figure out what was going on. I think it had it once, and then it kept going, like it would pick it up again, but it let go. I didn't even know I had a fish on there. Feels like another little one though. A little bit bigger of a head shake. It's just so hard to, you can tell when the giant's gonna be on there. This is not pulling drag. Nope, same size. Same size. Come on, there's gotta be some bigger ones down there. That's number 3. Oh man, he got this good though. Be right back. Oh shit. Got another one, the same size though. They're kind of sitting on, it's a little drop off down there. They're not up close to the waterfall. They're over here. I'm about 100 yards away from the waterfall, and they're kind of sitting on a little ledge, but it seems like there's a whole school of little ones down there. I'm trying to weed out some of these little ones and hopefully trying to see if I can get a bigger bite. Maybe throw something different at them. Right now I'm throwing, yeah, same size. Right now I'm throwing a nail-weighted Senko, and they're eating it, but I keep catching these little guys, little 12 inchers. This is like number 4. I know where they're at. Number 4. Let's see. Let's try something. Let me try something a little different. That was a nail-weighted 5-inch Senko. I got a Ned rig on here, a drop shot. Let's throw a little something different. See if we can't get one of those bigger ones to come up and eat it. So I kind of know where they're at. Let's see. Well, like I said, I'm gonna throw something bigger at them. Well, that was oops, dropped it. That was the Ned rig. I threw about 3 or 4 casts with that. They didn't want to eat that one. So let's try, throw a little drop shot action on there. 7-inch, actually this is a 6-inch Margarita Mutilator Robo Worm. Let's toss this one and see what happens. Otherwise, I'm gonna go back to the Senko a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna bounce if I don't get a bigger bite. It's just there'll be these fish in general, these spotted bass, they kind of tend to school up in the same size groups. So if I end up catching another couple, 1 or 2 12 inchers, I'm just gonna try this another waterfall down the way, and then one on the main lake, because we're up in one of the arms right now, the river arms, and see if maybe you can come across a waterfall that's got some bigger fish in it. I know they're here. Just gotta find the one bite, the one. I need one. Uh-oh. Got the drop shot snagged up on something. Just what I said about this lake. So many things to get snagged up on. This is open hook. And it just doesn't go over the top of things. Sticks, stumps, rocks, it just doesn't go over the top of them as well as that Senko does. This Senko just tends not to get hung up like these other ones. Let's see if it broke off, but we're supposed to. No. Time to retie that one. Next. A couple more casts, then we really got to go. I'm running out of time. Because of that front that rolled through here, I got out here late. I'm going to come back again tomorrow and hit some different areas that I think the fish could possibly be. Today we're just focusing on the waterfalls because that storm just rolled through. They're all flowing really fast. and I thought maybe some of those big ones would get in there. I'm just basically taking this Senko, throwing it towards the waterfall, letting it sink down, watching my line to make sure I don't see it jump or continue to move out to deeper water, and then just kind of bouncing it back to the boat. And so far, I've only felt the one of the 4 bites. The other one's just kind of grabbed it and just felt like mush on the end of my line. A couple more casts. It's on the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, so that's the last clip on all the fishing that I had done on that trip up there. That last little creek channel where I was catching those small fish, I decided I needed to throw the drone up and get some more footage. I had gotten a lot of really cool drone footage, but there was some low clouds that were up in those mountains that just called for drone shots. So I made a huge mistake. Ran the drone a long ways out, had it going backwards. That specific model of the Mavic Pro does not have rear-facing sensors. I got it up into the tree line, didn't realize how tall some of those trees were, and it crashed. So I scrambled, parked the boat up in that creek channel, threw the power poles down, didn't bring a camera of any sort, which would have been awesome because you could have seen me traversing through some of the gnarliest trees and rocks and sheer just climbs to try to go find this $1,000 drone. I had the GPS, the last known position. I was around it. I was up in there for about an hour and a half looking for this drone. It was somewhere up in the trees. It's still there. I'll give it, somebody wants the GPS pinpoint and wants to go up to Bullards and go get themselves a Mavic Pro, hit me up. I will gladly give you the coordinates. I was dehydrated, I was hot, I was hungry, and I was running out of light, and I knew I had to get back to the ramp or get down from where I was to get back in a reasonable amount of time before it got dark. So I knew I wasn't gonna find it. I left it there, had to cut the filming short. That's just part of the deal. Learned my lesson. And so that's all I have for you on this one. I hope you guys liked it. There's gonna be more great videos coming this year. I've got new adventures, new ideas for the channel. So stay tuned for all of that. Again, make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you don't already. Have a subscription. I'm Aaron Lesieur. Stay focused, fish hard, and I'll see you out on the water.